2023, there won't be a springtime for Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market. In fact, people want to market that we're in a crypto winter, but I think we're in a crypto ice age. So what you're going to see today are Bitcoin futures, a review of Bitcoin futures, of Dogecoin, and BitQ ETF. Without further ado, let's get into it. First up to bat is Bitcoin futures on the left-hand side, 1-week chart. Look at the MACD, slowly grinding up, as Bitcoin slowly grinds down. This is pretty typical, okay? Now, because they are so far below the zero line right now, see that? The distance on the weekly between the red line MACD and the zero line, yeah, that means we have more grinding down to go, so to speak, okay? You might see an occasional pop up like this, like that, but it's ultimately going to just result in, a lower grind, okay? So let's jump over to the 1-day chart, and I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to focus on the MACD area. For Bitcoin, the MACD bear line is negative 830. Right here. Anytime you cross below the line on a downward swing, you're going lower. Okay? So let's do some case studies starting from this right here. Starting from like near the top when it first fell. Okay? Oh, that was January of this time last year. Okay, so notice how this stopped well below the negative 830 line. See that right? This line right here. So let's go on up. Let's go on up, and see what happens. So it stopped right there. So what happened ultimately, though, as it tried to make the next move up, you fell down even further right here. Okay? So that coincides with the second line right here. See that? Up, down. Because you are so far below the negative 830 line. Any up will result in a further down, lower low. So this and that. So let's go back and review. See that? This is way lower than that. That was your starting point. That's your ending point, okay? That's how you interpret the MACD. So let's go to the next move in the spring, in March. Up, but then ultimately you came down just below the negative 830 line. What does that mean? So let's go on up. Let's go up from this. Here's the up move, right? Here's the up move. And where did it stop? It stopped right about here. Okay, so up and stopped. So it looks like, oh, look, we got a higher low. But I'm here to tell you, if you stop below that 830 line, okay, you can expect, this is how you interpret the MACD. This is the daily chart. You stopped, you see that little, the pivot point is below the negative 830 line, right? You can expect the next move up will be lower. And that's exactly what happened. Okay, so let's go back up. Let's start from this line. This is where it pivoted just below the negative 830 line. So let's go up. Big move up. You're like, oh, look, we made a higher low right here, right? You made a higher low right here. But the higher low that it made is still below the negative 830 line. So the next move up will be met with an even bigger move down. Okay? That is how to interpret the bear line and the MACD. See that? Up, bigger move down. So it was a big head fake. Okay? So now that you know this, what you can do is you can say, you stopped below the line. So you could basically start scaling into puts. That's how you would trade that. You can start shorting it as it keeps going up and up. Short it, short it, short it. And eventually you're going to be right in a big time way. Okay, big time way. Look at that. Okay, all right. So now let's see where this stopped. This stopped way below the 830 line, just like equal to all the other stops. Okay, so what happens now? Just looking at the MACD, it stopped well below the 830 line. So you made from this top to this bottom huge lows. Okay, so let's go up to the top. Yes. Huge drop down. Huge drop. Even way lower than your higher low that you thought you had. You're like, oh, we found the bottom, right? Oh, we found the bottom. But remember, this higher low is still below the negative 830 line. So let's go back down. Let's take this high low and go straight down. There it is, below the 830 line. Okay, that's how to interpret that. Now watch what's going to happen. So your starting point is once again here, and you're making a move up, but you're well below the 830 line. Oh, you can bet this next move down is way lower than this. So let's see if we're right. Go up, up. Okay, made the move up. Uh-oh. Where's the move down? Uh-oh. You started right here and you ended right there. See it? So once again, because you're so far below the 830 line, any move up you can short because you know it's going to come down even farther. Okay? So now let's start from this point. Big move up. This is this is the summer rally. Remember that, guys? The summer rally through August. Okay, now watch this. Big move up. Big move up. Oh, we bottomed. Oh, we bottomed. The whole market's bottomed. August 16th. Look where it ended. Below the 830 line again. Okay, so let's start over here. Up. Up, 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 up in August. But since you ended below the 830 line, you stopped right here. Here's your where you ended right below the 830 line. You're lower than where you started. You're just lower than where you started. Now, because your starting point is below the 830 line, just like here was below the 830 line. Remember, so let's recap. Right here is below the 830 line. Let's go up below the 830 line. Any move up will be met with a lower low. Same. You started below the 830 line. Any move up is a lower low. Is that true? Any move up is a lower low. And that puts us to today. Here we are today. Okay, so notice how now the daily can't even get past the zero line like it has in all previous times, right? You can't even get to the zero line. That means these days of going up, 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 it's done. It's now a grind. The fact that the daily's kind of going sideways, it's when you're going sideways and not up. I mean, it's basically a slow grind. See, it's just going to keep on grinding. Now, because, you know, the MACD, see, remember, the MACD is still way below zero. See that? Way below zero. So we have a lot more grinding down to go. See that? The MACD. Okay, now, keeping to the theme, remember, look at this point. This started below zero. You went up, and you ended, and you ended a lower low. Is that true? Yes, it is. This started below zero. You went up, lower low. This started below zero. You're going to go up, and this time you don't even get to the zero line. I bet it's gonna kind of go sideways, and then it's just gonna kind of slowly come down again. It's gonna go low. It's gonna go lower. Okay, see that? So every single time, every return route, every landing, here's the takeoff. Every landing has been below the negative 830 line. Every single one. Okay? So, below, below, below. So you can bet this takeoff will result in a landing that is ultimately below. That's how you know. Okay? That's Bitcoin futures. Oh, this next one is Bitcoin 4-hour. Yeah, see? Here's the 4-hour chart. See that? Look at the 4-hour MACD. It can't even it can't even get past the zero line now. So, here's the daily negative 30 line. See that? Huge collapse. So you can bet eventually what's going to happen is, I mean, we might get like, because we think that a short squeeze is coming. Bitcoin might jump on that bandwagon, big move up. That's going to result in an even bigger move down. I think that's what's going to happen. I'm just going to make up a date, mid second to third week of January. We might be going on Bitcoin might make a big move up, but just watch what happens on the down leg. When that down leg goes past the negative 830, here we go. Okay? But since your starting point was already below the 830 as of almost mid-November, all the way up here, and then it might rocket up like this for this January squeeze, it's gonna fall down below the 830. It will. So, okay, that's Bitcoin. Here's Dogecoin. Dogecoin, 1 week chart. Now, what are we looking at here? So, look at this. Okay, so it's been on just a grind down. See that? Grind down. And this is consistent with Bitcoin as well. It's kind of going up slightly, but until you're doing so, you continue to kind of grind down. Now, notice though that Dogecoin is above its bear line. Negative 0.01. So I expect, if there's going to be a rally of some sort too, Dogecoin might also participate. But this is strange, honestly, this is the weekly chart. This is quite strange for a weekly chart to start going down. Okay? Let's see how far down it goes. So when it's going down on the weekly, you can darn well bet, see that? The price is going to go down too, right? It's going down. So let's just see how much far down this thing kind of grinds, okay, for Dogecoin. And yeah, that's the daily chart right here. So, okay, let's kind of run through Dogecoin's examples. Remember, Dogecoin, their bear line is negative 0.01. Here's the red line. And this is the daily you're looking at right here. See that? You started below the red line. You started below this red line. So let's go straight up. Okay, you started below the red line, and you ended below the red line. Where did you end? Lower, low, lower, low. So you could short this. You could make calls going up, but then you could short it at the top, and you'd make good money going down. Okay? Notice how this grind down. See, notice how it keeps skirting the line, even going below it. I can't quite tell what's going on here, but it's soon as you just cross it, you're going lower. So you crossed it, came up, you crossed it again, lower. See what I mean? So you try to make a big move up here, right there, only to go lower. See? So your starting point's below the red line, and your ending point is below the red line. You're going lower, right? Lower. Now check this out. So your starting point is below the red line. Remember what I said before. When your starting point is below the red line, you're going to go lower. So what does that mean? Here's your starting point here, and this is today. And guess where we're headed to? Lower, and it's starting to curl down. So for a long time, many days. It's kind of flattish. But this is going to end up lower for Dogecoin. Okay, so hope all that makes sense. That's Dogecoin. Okay, BitQ. Kind of same old story. Now BitQ, this one's interesting. Let's have a look at this. Again, this is so. I think what it's doing is it's trying to make a big move up, flatten out, and then it's going to try to make another big move up, flatten out, and then it's going to make a big move up. I think that's what it's trying to do. Okay, it's not doing a gradual increase like Bitcoin. It's just trying to go up, flat, and anytime you get into that flattening pattern, like what's on the weekly here, guess what? You're grinding down. See that? You're grinding. So I think BitQ is probably perhaps going to wait for that short squeeze coming in January to make the next move up, and then kind of flatten out again, and then go down. So since you are well below for BitQ, negative 0.8 line, that's the bear line. I mean, you're well below that on the weekly. See that? Oh yeah. You can short any move up. You're well below on the weekly. So look at that. That's just, I can't imagine all the way down here where they started. Okay? So let's kind of do some exercises on the daily. Let's see here. Zoom out. Okay. So you notice that this area right here didn't really go down. It looked like, oh, we're double bottoming. We're creating a double bottom right here and here. See that? It's because that didn't cross below the bear line of negative 0.8. Okay? Yeah, but guess what happened on this move up? Oops. Oh no. Okay. Now, check this out. Here's your, and then it tried to make an impulsive move up, come down. This is your starting point. You are below the bear line, negative 0.8 bear line. This move up, guess how that move's going to end? It's going to end up below the bear line. You started below the bear line. You're going to end up below the bear line. You're just kind of floating. See, look at that. Oh, but you're still making higher. That's a lower low than that. So you're kind of grinding down. See that? That's a higher low than that. This is a lower low than that. You're going to grind. You're going to grind down. Or what you could do is participate in the squeeze coming up, try to come up, but you may not ever cross this daily MACD zero line, get rejected by the MACD zero line, and then you really crash lower. Like I'm thinking you're going to come back to below, for sure. Okay, so that is basically all I've got for you guys today on the crypto, Bitcoin, and crypto industry 2023. Not looking good. Okay, not at all. So yeah, who knows where the bottom is? I'm seeing, they're thinking spring-ish. We'll see. We'll see. I'll let the MACD kind of tell us the ultimate answer, but it's not looking good right now. Okay? If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, where I'm doing more real-time tweets, please feel free to do so. And please give this video a like, share, subscribe, and click to be notified. Thank you.